following program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
Hello, I'm Dylan Quadros.
And Annabelle Lividoti.
Bringing you the local sports and news. Fairgrounds Middle School Student Council had a great time on their field trip to the Conway Arena ice skating rink. Student Council has risen over $600 for the Boston Marathon victims. Way to go, Student Council. This year's field day was a lot of fun for all the students. Even the staff were relaxed and enjoying themselves. Thank you to all staff members who organized and made it a great day. And our hats down to Miss Carvalho. This past school year, Mr. Jakowitz started the SWAT missions, which students would do random acts of kindness. Over 50 students participated in these missions. National Junior Honor Society went well on June 4th. The ceremony was very interesting and new inductees were honored and light refreshments were served. A big thank you to Miss Newcomb and Miss Danielle Clayton. The fifth graders came up to the middle school for push-up day and were amazed at all the clubs and extra things that are going on in the middle school. Special thanks to Miss Coffey for organizing a smoothly run program. Good luck to all the 8th graders who had just graduated from middle school. 6th and 7th grade students will be going to see the Broadway show Wicked. Spring Choral Concert was a huge success. A big thank you to Miss P. Music in the Parks was a great time for all the chorus students, and the trip to Six Flags was awesome. Chorus took first place in the New England Choir Assembly and then first place overall. The FMS Band concert was held at Elm Street and really a great concert. Thank you to Mr. S. The Fairgrounds Band took second place. What a great job done by all. Mr. Souza is looking for guitar players for the jazz band. If anyone is interested, stop by his room or email him. The 8th grade trip to Canopy Lake was a great time. There will be an end of the year celebration on June 20th at 9:30 a.m. at Nashua High School South. 8th graders, make sure you look for your dates to go and get your students' IDs and your bus tickets for the high schools. Drama Club Parents Dinner was a success. Thank you to all who helped serve. Mr. Jakowitz morning sports were a huge success. Sixth grade teams, see Mr. Jakowitz about the SOAR program. Student Council had another successful year with their visits to the nursing home. Remember to join your clubs early. The school pairs had a luncheon the last day of school. A big thank you to Miss T and Miss G and all the ladies who made the most delicious food. A big thank you to Miss Clayton and Miss Carey for all their hard work on the yearbook. Make sure to get yours. If you are interested in fall sports, which will be soccer, boys and girls, volleyball, and boys and girls cross country, see the sign-up sheets and make sure you have our physicals up to date. If you are interested in joining the many clubs at middle school, see Miss Tracy Gray from 21st Century. There are many clubs to join: radio/TV show, student council, morning sports, Tri-M, yearbook, jazz band, science club, math counts, and SWAT. Get involved. We would like to thank all the PTO members for all the time they spent with helping out the school thumbs up to all. The last day of school for National will be June 19th. Mr. Nelson says, have a safe and great summer. If you are interested in a summer TV camp, see Miss G. This has been Dylan Quadros with the Fairgrounds Local School News. And now to Annabelle Lividoti with sports.
Finals for the local school teams are not in at this time. If you are interested in fall sports, there will be an open house in August to allow families to log on and complete an online registration form. You can register at www.nashuaschoolathletics.org. If you have any questions, contact the athletic coordinator at your child's school. Here are the tryout dates for soccer. August 26th and August 27th from 3 to 4:30 are the first cuts on August 27th. August 28th, final cuts from 3 to 5, parents meeting at 5:30. August 29th, first team meeting 3 to 5. Volleyball. August 27th and August 28th, final cuts occurring on Thursday, August 29th. Boys and girls cross country. August 26th, high school south track, 6:30 to 8. Parents meeting at 6:30, run from 7 to 8. Tuesday, August 27th and Thursday, August 29th, practice in Nashua South. Please make sure your physical is on file and up to date. Now to Major League sports action. Major League Baseball scores. Yankees 4, Indians 3. Tigers 10 and Rays 1. Rockies 5 and Reds 4. Nationals 3 and Mets 2. Major League Baseball standings. Boston has 35 wins and 23 losses. New York has 32 wins and 25 losses. Tampa Bay has 31 wins and 26 losses. And Toronto has 24 wins and 33 losses. Detroit has 31 wins and 25 losses. Cleveland has 30 wins and 27 losses. Minnesota has 25 wins and 29 losses. Chicago has 24 wins and 31 losses. Kansas City has 23 wins and 31 losses. West Division. Texas has 35 wins and 21 losses. Oakland has 35 wins and 24 losses. Los Angeles has 25 wins and 33 losses. Seattle has 25 wins and 33 losses. Houston has 21 wins and 37 losses. Now for the Eastern League. Binghamton has 34 wins and 24 losses. Portland has 30 wins and 25 losses. Trenton has 31 wins and 27 losses. New Britain has 28 wins and 30 losses. New Hampshire has 28 wins and 30 losses. And Reading has 22 wins and 34 losses. Nashua and Silver Knights opening night will be on June 7th. Local senior softball. Jocks Auto Sales 15, Calvary Lock and Key 8. Pine Street Eatery 12, Arts Painting 6. Dr. Dion Seniors 12, Amherst Auto Works 3. Hanson's Automotive 19, M&N Sports 7. Arts Painting 7, Jocks Auto Sales 2. IMEC 15, and Amherst Auto Works 3. This has been the Sports News.
Thank you. This has been Dylan Quadros.
And Annabella Lividoti.
And now to Alicia Dauphiné with Shout Out Girl.
Hi, I'm Alicia Dauphiné, your school shout out girl. A shout out to the Wolfpack team and a shout out to AB, a great acting sister. LOL. A shout out to the girls softball team. A shout out to Miss Winkler. Congrats to you. And a shout out to Miss Tolcott from the 7th graders. A shout out to Mrs. Shaughnessy for always being there. And a shout out to the 8th graders to kickstart Good Luck. A shout out to Mr. Jakowitz for always being there. And a shout out to Miss Coffee and Mr. Nelson for the great ice cream parties. A shout out to the cafeteria ladies for always working hard. And a shout out to Miss Chief for putting up with us. A shout out to DQ and DF for doing great. A shout out to Dan and Dick and Steven for helping us out with our program. Hey George, where are you? Hey Am, come back to TV. Jellybean, you're really fun to hang out with. Shout out to Joe, thanks for being helpful. And a shout out to Miss Vetri. A shout out to Miss T, we miss you. And a shout out to the Yellow Jackets. A shout out to Katie B, and a shout out to Mr. Nelson and Mr. Coffee for all the honorable parties and celebrations. We all thank you. And a shout out to Miss Graff, our school nurse. A shout out to the best secretaries. We would be lost without you. A shout out to Connor S, who's a big help to us. A shout out to Tyler R, Grow Your Folk Man. And a shout out to all the incoming 6th graders. And a shout out to all the 8th graders who are going into high school next year. Good luck. And if you would like to hear a shout out, contact me or Sarah Shaughnessy in room 609 or 601. And now, Shirley Michelle, the Almanac Girl, and Ariana Battistone, the food critic.
Hi, I'm Shirley Sershella.
And Ariana Battistone.
Today's Almanac report will be June, mostly fair, weather around the 12th, then showers with a spell of real fine dry weather, then around the 20th, heavy rains, then turning fair, then a hot, dry spell, followed by thunderstorms, then turning fair sky and hot temps. The July weather, according to the Almanac, will be hot with scattered showers, a few fair days, but mostly hot and some thunderstorms. In June, the new moon will be on the 8th at 11:56 and the full moon on the 23rd at 7:32. The astrology signs for June are Gemini till the 21st. The sign moves into Cancer. In July, the new moon will be on the 8th at 2:14 a.m. The full moon will be on the 22nd at 2:16 p.m. The astrology sign for July is Cancer. Then on the 22nd, it changes to Leo. Fun facts for June. First human blood transfusion in 1667. Father's Day, Sally Ride, the first woman in space, 1983. Summer solstice at 1:04 a.m. on July 6th. July fun facts. Independence Day, Dog Days of Summer begin. Billy the Kid was killed in 1881. NASA created 1958. Helpful hints. Kill the weed with white distilled vinegar. with full strength on top of the weeds. Keep fleas at bay by adding a spoonful of apple cider vinegar to your dog's water. This week's almanac poem. The mower walks with scythe in hand to yonder field away. The grass he prostrates over the land. How sweet the new-made hay. This has been Shalisa Shallow with your almanac report, and now to Ariana Battistone.
Good evening. I'm Ariana Battistone, your FMS food critic. This past week, I went to Norton's 50s Diner. I ordered the Bel Air, which has eggs with home fries. My guest had the chocolate chip pancakes with crispy bacon, chicken, and a side of scrambled eggs. Our egg dishes were cooked to order and tasty. The pancakes were full of chocolate chips and were light and fluffy. The home fries can be ordered 2 different ways, either pan-fried or deep-fried. Both are very good. Their service was excellent, and the car-shaped booth is a big hit with the kids. The recipe for this week will be a quick and easy pasta casserole. You will need 2 cups of mixed pasta, a buttered casserole dish, a jar of your favorite sauce, 1 pepper cut into pieces, and 1 onion cut into pieces, 1/4 of a pound of pepperoni, 1 1/2 cups of cheese. Put all the ingredients in the casserole dish and half the cheese mix in the buttered casserole dish. Top with cheese and preheat the oven to 350. Bake until golden and serve with a fresh green salad and fresh fruit. This has been Ariana Battistone. Happy eating!
And now Isabella Baker Villarreal with the Nurse's Corner.
Nurse's Corner by Isabella Baker Villarreal. This corner will be about back-to-school basics. Please make sure all physicals and all shot information is up to date and brought in by the first day of school. Please wear appropriate clothing and shoes. Please bring water bottles to keep hydrated. Remember that tick and flea season is still with us. Take appropriate action. When walking to school, observe the rules. Make sure you bring in healthy snacks and lunches to school. If you require medications, make sure all your paperwork is in with the nurse. If you have any questions, please contact your school nurse. Thank you. This has been Isabella Baker Villarreal with Nurse's Corner.
Fairgrounds Middle School in 21st Century present an old-time radio show, The Life of Riley.
Fody's Tavern proudly presents The Life of Riley, starring Dylan Quadros as Riley, Dialy Santos as Peg, Megan Aloisi as Junior, Michaela Colburn as Mom, Mona Yu as Barker, Hope Alone as Cop, Ariana Battistone as Sydney, Dialy Santos as Waitress, and David Fisher as Digger Odell, and I, Sarah Shaughnessy, your announcer. And now, the life of Riley. Being a father in this hectic modern world and coping with the problems of your teenage youth is a bewildering task for even the most intelligent of fathers. So you can now imagine the trouble a man of Chester A. Riley's mentality goes through.
Oh, hi, doll. Sorry I'm late. I had to put some overtime. Boy, supper's ready. Okay, let's eat.
Oh, Riley, I'm so happy you're home.
Oh, what's up?
It's Junior, that son of yours. He's just impossible. He's been acting like a lunatic.
Uh-huh. When he starts acting like a lunatic, he's my son. So, what's he done now?
Well, he made a date with Lindy Walker across the street. To take her to a dance tonight.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. It's time he had his first real date.
I know, but
After all, he'll soon be 14. When a boy gets to this age, he starts to, well, he feels, he begins to, I could explain it much better if I was a bee or a bird.
would you listen to me for a minute? I want him to go on this date, but he wouldn't go. He wants to call the whole thing off at last minute.
Why? Don't he like her?
He's crazy about her. He's just scared. He's scared of girls.
Kid's no fool.
Oh, stop being so smart. It's not laughing matter. He's just petrified, and if you just talk to him about it, he gets hysterical. And Mrs. Walker's been phoning every 5 minutes. Now Linda's all dressed up, waiting for him to call for her. Do something.
No, don't get too excited. I'll have a talk with him. I know how to handle boys, Junior. Oh, there you are. Now what's all this I hear about this dance?
I'm not going.
Well, why not?
I don't want to talk about it.
Now look here, it's silly to be scared of girls. Believe me, girls are just like boys. Only they're girls. Nothing to be scared of.
Well, I'm not scared. I just don't feel like going.
Yeah, 'cause you're scared. Oh, but you got no reason to be. It's childish. When I took your mother out on your first date, I was scared of her? Of course not. Now, yes, but then no.
I'm not going, that's all.
Well, why are you so shy? You've got nothing to be shy about, Junior. After all, you've got my looks. Let me put him in another way.
I'm not going, I'm not going.
Now. Take it easy, Junior. You don't have to get hysterical. Let's talk this over calm without shouting.
I don't want to go.
You will go. I'm still your father, and I say go, and you'll do it.
I won't, and I won't go. You can't make me.
I'll make you go, Junior.
Why, heaven's sake, Riley.
Oh, that son of yours is driving me crazy.
Well, shouting isn't gonna help. Now let's talk this over quietly.
Yeah, you talk. I'm through. I washed my hands off him.
Oh, Riley, he's just got to go to the dance with Lindy.
Well, he won't, so let him take the consequences. He'll grow up. He'll be 40 years old, and he won't know the first thing about women. His kids will laugh at him. I'm through. You can't reason with him.
Oh, now, Junior dear, I know how you feel, but it's perfectly natural. Everybody's scared on their first big date.
Well, Pop wasn't.
He wasn't.
That's what he said. I guess there's nothing wrong with me. I feel awful.
Now that's ridiculous. You're a perfectly normal boy. And just let me tell you about this first date I had with your father. He walked in my father's hardware store back in Brooklyn, and I used to help out there part-time, but he hardly ever spoke to me. He was living with his mother then, and I remember one time.
Do you want some more coffee, Chester?
Oh, no thanks, Mom. I'll be late for work. Old man Barker still skinned me alive. I'll see you tonight. I'll be home early, Mom.
You're always home early, Chester. A boy your age ought to go out more.
Well, I always go out for supper.
Oh, you're always in bed by 9. You ought to be out. You ought to be going out with girls.
Well, gee whiz, Mom. Give me time. I'm only 21.
Isn't there some girl you like?
Well, yeah, that Peggy Barker.
Your boss's daughter?
Yeah, I see her around the store sometimes. Gee, she's so pretty. Every time I look at her, I sort of empty feeling inside of me.
Aw, son, you're in love.
Well, I don't know. As soon as I eat, it goes away.
Well, why don't you ask her for a date?
Well, I couldn't do that. Gee, I hardly ever spoke to her.
Why not, for mercy's sake? You see her every day.
Well, I don't know. I just get scared. I think of lots of clever things to say to her, but every time I open my mouth, all it comes out is gah.
Now that's silly. There's nothing to be scared of. You ask her for a date today.
I don't know. Even if she says yes, where would I get the dough? If I only got a raise.
You won't get one unless you ask for it, and you're afraid to open your mouth. After all, you're not a kid any longer. You have to assert yourself.
Yeah, you're right, Mom. I'll ask old man Barker for a raise today.
That's my boy. And then you ask Peggy to go out with you.
I don't know. Let's see.
Oh, what's the matter with you? Do you want to get married someday and have a home and babies?
Well, sure I do.
Well, you'll never do it unless you go out with this girl.
Yeah, I know, but I sure wish there was an easier way.
Oh, good morning, Chester.
Oh, Miss Barker. Good morning, ma'am. Well, well, it was nice talking to you. See you later.
Oh, wait a minute, Chester. Don't run off like that.
Well, I gotta go to work too.
You don't like me, do you?
But I do, honest.
Well, you never want to talk to me. You're always rushing off somewhere else.
Well, I said good morning.
Is that all you've got to say to me?
No, there's lots of things I'd like to say to you.
Like what?
Well,
I don't think you really like me after all.
but I do. Oh, don't go away, Peggy.
Yes, Chester?
Well, I was thinking, maybe you and me, that is, if you'd like to, we might, the two of us, some night, if you're not busy. I was hoping you might like, of course, you tied up, understand, no hard feelings some other time.
Chester, are you asking me for a date?
No, I mean, maybe. I just got to see your father. Excuse me.
Come in.
Mr. Baker, sir, can I see you for a minute?
Make it snappy, Riley. There's a store to look after.
Well, sir, it's this way. I've been working for you over a year now, and I was thinking, that is, if I could get to see your way to clear, maybe you might, just a small, not that I'm really worth. I know times are tough. Business has fallen off and...
Taxes and overhead, and I see your point. No hard feelings some other time. Just a minute, Riley. Are you asking me for a raise?
Oh, no. But as long as you've brought the subject up, I thought maybe...
Well, times are tough, but I'll give you $3 more a week. That'll make 18. You're really not worth that much.
Yeah, but I'm getting 18 now.
You are?
Yeah.
Well, that ought to be enough money for a young man without responsibilities. It'd be different if you were a married man.
Well, I would like to get married.
Have you got a girl?
Well, yeah, sorta. I can afford to take her out as much unless I get a raise, though.
Are you planning to marry her?
Yeah, if she'll have me. I've never got enough money saved up.
Oh, Riley, don't put off marriage on that account. Move in with your in-laws for the first year.
Well, gee, I never thought of that. Thanks, boss.
All right, Riley, I'll raise you to 25.
25? Oh, boy. Oh, gee. Oh, thanks, Mr. Barker. Thanks, boss.
Bring a girl around someday. I'd like to meet her.
Oh, you know her?
Well, who is she?
Your daughter.
What? You got your nerve. You have the gall to expect a girl like my Peggy to marry a miserable $18 a week clerk?
25? You just gave me a raise, remember? You don't got back on your word, are you, boss?
Okay, all right. The raise stands. You get 25.
Ah, thanks.
And now you're fired.
Fired? I'll take 18.
Get out.
17?
You're fired.
What a revolting diplomat this is.
You have just heard the first act of The Life of Riley, starring Dylan Quadros as Riley. And now back to The Life of Riley, starring Dylan Quadros as Riley. Miss Riley is telling Junior the story of Riley's first date with her.
And Pop really got fired?
Oh, I begged my father to take him back, but your grandpa was, well, he just wouldn't listen. I didn't hear from Riley for quite a while. Then one day I got a beautiful bouquet of flowers.
From Pop?
Well, he didn't sign the card, but I knew from the poem he wrote on it that it must be from him. He still remembered how it was. To you, my darling Peggy, I send this bunch of roses to tell you that I love ya from your head down to your toes.
Oh, brother.
I guess it is pretty corny, but I didn't think so. Oh my, I was so excited. Then when Pa came home and did what he did, I was so furious. I had just arranged the roses when
Peggy, Peggy.
here Pa in the living room.
Oh, I've had a hard day.
Oh Pa, look at the beautiful roses.
Roses, you know I can't stand being around roses. They make me sneeze.
Oh, it's just your imagination.
It certainly is. That was my imagine. Get rid of them.
No, Pa. Can't they just stay in the kitchen? They're from Chester.
Oh, that Riley oaf?
He's not an oaf. I like him.
Well, I don't. I'm not gonna be kept out of my own living room just because of that nincompoop. True. He's just trying to get next to you so he can get his job back.
Oh, that's not true. He likes me, and I like him.
Well, I don't, and I'm not gonna sneeze all night on account of him. Give me those flowers.
Pa, what are you doing?
They're going out the window.
Oh no, Pa, don't.
Hey there, young man, just a minute.
You mean officer?
Yes, I do. What are you doing around here?
Nothing, officer.
You've been hanging around outside this house for over an hour.
Well, I'm just waiting for a girl.
She a little late for your date, isn't she?
Oh, we haven't got a date. She doesn't even know I'm here. Just waiting for her.
You haven't got a date. She doesn't know you're here, but you're waiting for her?
Yeah, I'm playing it smart. See, I sent her flowers. Then when she comes out, I'm gonna ask her for a date. That's her house up there. Hey, look, the window's opening. Maybe it's her. I hope she sees the flowers. Yeah, she's seen him. She's just throwing them out the window. She threw them out the window. Oh no, she couldn't. You think this means she doesn't like me?
Son, why don't you go home?
Officer, is that a gun? Shoot me, will you?
Now, take it easy.
I don't want to go on living without her.
Go home, son. Get a good night's sleep.
Well, how can I sleep? Boy, I'd like to tell her what I think of her. I'll tell her plenty. And I will. First chance I get, I'm going to tell her off. Boy, will I tell her. I'll say to her,
Oh, Chester.
Ugh.
Chester, I didn't know you were out here.
Well, you've got your nerve throwing my flowers out the window.
Oh, but Chester,
A dozen beautiful roses, and you throw them out the window.
Oh, Chester,
I don't even want to talk to you. Now beat it.
Now, that's no way to talk to a young lady.
Oh no! After what she'd done to my flowers, officer, you don't take the trouble. I went through stealing them. Some dumb cop almost caught me. Oh, I take it back. I didn't mean that. He was a smart cop. Okay, lock me up.
Well, now I don't know. That'd be letting off easy. I think I've got a worse punishment for you. You stay here with your girl, kiss and make up, and get married. Good night.
Oh, Chester, I didn't throw those flowers away.
You didn't?
No, Pa did. He has rose fever. I came down to get him back. I thought you were beautiful.
Gee, Peggy, did ya? Oh, it's wonderful to see you again.
Then why didn't I hear from you sooner? I thought you were gonna ask me for a date.
Yeah, well, I wanted to get a job first, and I got a swell one. I can take you out to a real classy joint now. I'd like to go. Would you like to go with me? Maybe you don't want to. Well, no hard feelings. Some other time.
I'd love to go with you.
You would? Honest?
Of course.
Aw, gee, I never thought I'd have to date with you. I mean, you could go for the fellas like Sidney Montana. He makes big dough, and he drives a Hupmobile and everything.
Oh, I'd rather go with you anytime.
You really mean that?
This is how much I mean it.
Peggy, you kissed me. Oh, Peggy, this is the first time I was ever kissed.
But Chester, you're 21.
Yeah, I know. Believe me, if I had known how it felt, this I would have done it a lot sooner.
Oh, wonderful. That was the best dinner I ever had. And the floor show was something marvelous.
Oh, yeah, that Bubbles Latour is some dancer, huh?
Oh, but I hate to think what the check's gonna come out to.
Oh, don't worry about that. What's money? Easy come, easy go.
Yes, but this Club Marco is awfully expensive.
I got more than enough. I'm working. I got a bundle on me. Look, 15 smackers. You stop working about money. When you go on with Chester Riley, you're going out with the sport.
Well, it's getting late, Chester. Maybe we'd better go home.
Hey, wait a minute. Isn't that Sidney Mohanan over there?
Where?
He's coming. Hey, what? He's coming that way. Hey, Sidney. Oh, boy, he'll be surprised to see me.
Oh, hello, Sidney.
Why, hi there, Peggy. And Riley. What are you doing here?
Oh, Peggy and me are doing the town.
Oh, really? Stepping out, huh?
Yep.
Well, let me treat you to something good. Oh, waiter!
Oh, no. Let me buy you something. Let me buy you, Sidney. Sit down a while.
Well, thanks, but I'd better get back to my table. I'm with some friends in the other room.
Well, I'll buy you friends a drink, too. Oh, waiter!
Yes, sir?
A drink for everybody at my friend's table on the check.
Oh, but Riley...
Now, I insist. What are you drinking, Sidney?
Champagne?
Pappas Blue Ribbon from my friend's table.
Yes, sir.
Well, thanks, Riley.
Don't mention it.
Well, see you around. So long, Peggy.
Goodbye, Sidney.
So long.
Oh, Chester, you didn't have to treat Sidney and his friends.
Why not? Sidney ain't the only one who can't be a show-off. Well, let's go, Piggy. Oh, waiter, check, please.
Yeah, here you are, sir.
Well, let's see. 8, 10, 12, $12.10. Here you are, $15. Keep the change.
Well, thank you, sir.
Well, let's go, Peggy.
And here's the check for the beer for the other party.
Oh, well, I thought that was on the same. 95 bottles?
It's a class reunion.
$19?
Yes, sir. Same as your grocer, and your grocer don't have Bubbles Latour.
Yeah, well, you ain't going yet. Bring us some more coffee.
Yes, sir. Coffee?
Yeah, and put some aspirin in it, too.
Oh, Chester, you don't have enough money.
Well, don't worry about money. When you're out in Chester Riley, you're out with the sport. Excuse me a minute. I got to phone my mother. Yeah, but this is Mrs. Wilson. I got to talk to my mother. It's very important. Where did she go? To the movies? But I gotta go get in touch with her. Listen, will you please go to the movies and find her and tell her to come here right now to the Club Morocco? Yeah, the Club Morocco. And bring $19 with her? Yeah, and 60 cents. Thanks. Oh, if I don't get that dough, I'll be carried out of here feet first.
In that case, we'll need help.
Digger, it's you.
Yes, it is indeed Digby Odell, the friendly undertaker.
Oh, Digger, I'm glad to see you. You're a lifesaver.
That's the first time I've ever been called that.
I'm short $19 for my check.
Oh my, you're in a tight spot, Riley. This club is run by some of the toughest gangsters in town. If you don't pay up, they'll give you the business.
Nah, you mean they'll give me the business.
When they give you the business, they give me the business.
Digger, can you lend me the dough?
I'm awfully sorry. I haven't that much on me.
Well, couldn't you dig something for me?
They wouldn't accept what I dig up. They want money.
Well, I guess I'll have to wait for my mother to get down here.
You better hurry. If you're here after 10, they slap a $2 cover charge on you.
$2? They got a nerve.
In my business, the cover charge is much higher.
Oh, suppose my mother don't come. I gotta get out of here.
There's only 2 ways you'll get out of here. One is to sneak out the back.
Yeah, but what's the other way?
Let's not talk shop. You better sneak out.
How?
I know a way. Through that door to your left, and then, wait, I'll draw you a diagram.
Oh, thanks, Digger. If I make it, I'll meet you outside and give you a lift home.
If you don't make it, I'll give you a lift home. Well, here's the diagram, and now you'd better be shoveling off.
Okay, Peggy, you ready? Let's go.
But Chester, this check is...
Well, don't worry about that now. It's all fixed. Now let's get out of here.
Not that way, Chester. Go to the right.
This way is shorter. Come on, Pickett. Hurry up. Now through this door here. Now, come on.
But Chester, are you sure this is the way out?
Yeah, sure. Come on through this door.
Oh, this is the kitchen.
Well, quick. Right through here.
Chester, we're going the wrong way. This is where they wash the dishes.
Trust me, I know what I'm doing here. In here, quick. Oh, this is the furnace room. Yeah, we're on the right track. Now up these steps. Hurry up, Peg.
But Chester...
I'll explain later. Now through this door and up the ladder. I'll go first. You follow me.
Oh, Chester, it's so dark. I can't see.
Well, hold on to me. We're almost at the top. There, okay. Now what's the trap door? Oh, I see. Ugh. There, I'll get out first and pull you up. Give me your hand now.
All right.
Up's a daisy. Here we go.
Why? Why we're up here on the roof?
Well, don't worry. We can get down. There's a fire escape on the next building. Here, step out on the sledge.
Why? How we get across? It's so wide.
It's only 3 feet. We'll jump.
Oh.
There, come on, Peg, jump.
Oh, Chester.
Now don't be scared. It's a cinch. Come on. Atta girl. Now, down the fire escape. Hurry.
It doesn't go all the way down.
Now we have to drop down. Now we have to go down and drop down. Hang on to the last rung and you'll let yourself go. It's only 12 feet.
Oh.
I'll go first and catch you.
Oh, Chester,
Okay, Peg, let's go. Don't be scared. There, we made it. Well, that was easy, huh?
Why did we have to go through all this?
Well, to tell you the truth, I didn't have enough money to pay the check.
But Chester, while you were gone, I paid the check.
Huh?
I realized you didn't have enough money, and I had...
Nothing doing. I had to take money from my girl. Let's go back.
Oh, now don't be silly, Chester. You'll pay me back.
Yeah, how? All that money? It'll take me years and years. Peggy, will you marry me? You'd better. It's the only way to get it even.
The Rileys will be back in just a moment.
So you see, Junior, you're not the only boy who's scared on his first date. And if your father lived through it, you will too. Now you go call for Linda.
Oh, okay. Good night, Mom.
Good night, dear.
Well, where you going, son?
To the dance.
Oh, you changed your mind now that you're showing me some sense. Oh, I envy your son. There's nothing like you on your first big date. What a thrill. I remember the first time I took your mother out.
Mom told me.
Peg, you told him?
Yes, dear.
I mean the truth.
Of course.
Now you promise me you'd never breath of a word of what happened that night.
Oh, don't be silly, Riley.
Well, okay, you broke the promise. Just for that, you'll wait for $19 I owe you. Peg, you know something? You still inspire me to write poetry to you just the way you did to me on your first date.
Oh, you've got another poem for me after all these years? How sweet.
Yeah, listen. Next Thursday is Thanksgiving Day, and I'll give thanks to you for all the food you bring to me, the Pepsi Blue Ribbon too. You really cause me heart to sing just like the happy birds, and through the years I'll always cling to love's three little words.
Oh, Riley, 3 little words?
Yep.
You mean I love you?
No. I mean, what'll you have? I also mean Pepsi Blue Ribbon.
And that has been The Life of Riley.
The preceding program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.